And we are live. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to, well, another reaction video to Alpha 20's dev chat stream sort of thing. I think this one's going to be pretty cool because I was skipping a few bits just to get a thumbnail, and I saw some really cool stuff, so I'm excited to go through with this. Anyway, just let you guys know, this is just a reaction. If you want to go watch the full thing without me babbling and talking too much, well, there will be a link down below. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm just going to go through with you guys, give you my impressions. I might stop during the stream, so we'll see what happens, okay? Starting early. Yes, I'm starting early because I don't want to wait no longer. 5 minutes early, you're lucky. But we'll wait a little bit until we start so people can rock up. But yeah, I saw some really cool things. I'm really excited to get this going. But yeah, guys, welcome. It's good to see you, Chris, Bernie, Flygirl. Very early on, you were in the chat. Very early on. And what's that? RJ's in the chat. She says, Team Blue Shirt. Red shirt. I know I'm wearing a blue shirt. Okay. Hey, hi, Reach and RJ. RJ's in the chat. She's not with me in the stream, but she is in the chat. She can read your stuff. So, hello, welcome everybody. I'm just waiting for people to come through, so we can start this thing, and then we will see where it takes us. I saw the new zombie, of course. I saw the decapitating head. So when you slice, the head comes off. It's pretty cool. I hope you didn't show anything yet. I just got on and saw already started. I haven't shown a thing. I've just shown a black screen. But I think I'm going to start, guys. If you're late, well, I'm early, so you get it. Are you from South Africa? I am from South Africa, yes, sadly. 820 is going to be game-changing, so hyped. Yeah, well, every alpha, I think Alpha 17 was really game-changing. And I think this is the next alpha that's going to be game-changing as well. Maybe. We'll see. Flygirl with an early donation. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get started, guys. Let's start this thing.
Hey, everybody. So,
we're back.
Tonight we are doing another dev stream. We have the character artists with us. We have...
Can you guys hear?
Rainer's with us. Koji's with us. Animator. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of things to show tonight.
Yes.
With me right now, I'm actually going to let everybody start introducing themselves. So with me right here, I'm always terrible at pointing, a direction. But Joel B is right here, and he's going to go ahead and introduce himself. Go ahead.
Everybody, I'm Joel. I'm a technical character artist here at the Fun Pimps. I've worked at id Software, Ready at Dawn, Robot, Discord, and of course now at the Fun Pimps. And I've been here for about 2 years now. Yeah, we're going to show some character art soon.
Cool. Okay, and then I'm going to hide you for just a second because
we should jump straight into it this time.
Videos over. And okay, so here we go. And here is Joey.
Oh, okay.
Joey, go ahead and say hi.
Hey, I'm Joey Struve. Been with the company since before we even had a name.
Audio's good. Okay, good. I'm
glad. A lot of artwork, mainly characters and the zombies. So tonight we're going to show what we've been working on. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Cool. And then now we're gonna make people hide again, and then I'm gonna show. Yep, I got the right one. Here is Keanu. Go ahead, Keanu.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
His name's Keanu.
So I've been with the company for about 2 years now. Worked in the game industry for about 3 to 5 years.
His microphone's actually really nice.
Marketing art for like toys, and
I don't speak Afrikaans, sorry.
Done some work for Lockheed Martin. So, yeah.
Cool. And then now I'm going to pop up Brett. There he is. Go ahead, Brett.
Hey everybody, I'm Brett Briley. I'm a character artist for about 20 plus years, coming from Disney before I got into the game industry.
Disney.
Red Storm, Sony Online Entertainment, Ensemble Studios, id Software where I hung out with some of these guys, and been doing a lot of freelance for the past 7 years. I went to different companies, and then until I enjoyed the fun bits. So that's some of what I've done.
I just want to see the content.
And let's do
I just want to see the good stuff.
Ryan Rayner.
You all know what you're talking. We all know what I'm talking about, right?
Go ahead, Rayner.
Hi, my name is Ryan Rayner. I don't do characters, but I make them jiggle sometimes. And I also do various effects work
Jiggle.
and supplemental work as well.
Cool. And then last but not least,
There's a lot of people in here. Wow.
Here is the CEO of Higashi Pharmaceuticals, Koji.
Really?
Hi, I'm Koji Higashi, and
Oh wow! I didn't even know
I've
that.
been working with Fun Pimps since
Higashi,
2000,
Pharmaceuticals.
late 2014, and yeah, do animation character setup. Thank you.
I didn't even know that.
So I'm gonna hide him for a moment because we're actually gonna bring Joel back. So that's who we're gonna start with. We're gonna be showing off a lot of characters. We have some videos. We got a few things to show. So here I'm gonna bring.
I won't be doing the Q&A at the end. If you want to watch the Q&A, then you can go back and watch it
then
yourself.
I'm
But
gonna
I
let
don't like the
you,
Q&A.
Actually, I need to pull up your stuff.
That guy's room is super empty.
Because really, if you want, we can just jump right into it. I
Nice and
can
clean.
pull up the first picture on screen, which would make you disappear. Actually, it would make both of us disappear. I would just turn it on, then you can start talking, and we can go through them one by one, if that sounds good. to you.
Yes, I want to see.
You're muted. And I pointed the wrong way again. I told you all I was terrible at this.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Sorry about
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Can't wait for Alpha 20. Yeah, me
Here's what I'm
too.
going to do. Just for a moment, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the first image on the screen because I want it to look great for you all whenever you see it. I want to make sure it actually lets me. There it goes. Okay. Last time I had so much problems with clicking the image to go back and forth, but it seems to be working now. So
Oh yeah, I've seen this though.
some of these you may have seen from
Yeah.
the first night, but we're going to show a lot of different things. So go take it away, Joel.
So this is one of the updated zombies. It's a burnt zombie new model that'll be dropping soon
I like his
for
nose.
820.
It's like cut off.
He's a burnt zombie. What can I say? It was fun to model this guy. Not the best, or most fun reference to look at, but loads of fun sculpting him, and got a lot of good feedback from these guys that help bring it to life. So
So just 1 second, guys. I wanted to let you guys know there was a comment on my previous stream I did, and the guy was going on about I know it's not a bad thing, but he was going on about how many times the fun pimps go all of them. You need to remember these guys are not content creators. They're just normal people. They're trying their best to talk to us. It is not easy to sit in front of a live chat or a live or anything and talk about something. Your brain doesn't focus 100%. Even I do this. I do a lot of in my videos. It happens. I don't know why you would get so upset about that. You need to understand that it's not easy to talk in front of an audience, no matter who you are. So it happens. You have to deal with the ums and ums. But now that I've mentioned it, it's going to worry you even more. There you go.
yeah, I'm hoping you guys love this one when it comes in. This is the just a high poly render of the
Shouldn't have said
burnt
anything.
zombie. We have a process. It's basically 3 main stages where we have a high resolution model and a game resolution model.
It looks
and a
nice. It
texturing
looks nice.
phase.
I like it.
And that process we call pipeline.
I would like to see it in game though.
We all we
Better.
work on all 3 of those stages, or sometimes we work together on all those 3 stages to finish a character.
You say all the time?
But this is just a back view of the burnt zombie, obviously, and the high poly stage, the high resolution stage. And there's the quick shot of a detailed shot of his stomach.
It's on a sucker.
So
Didn't
you
pay
can see all the
attention.
nasty stuff that's going on there.
You're forever doomed.
And I think the next one is headshot.
It looks great. It done a good job. I don't know. I couldn't say anything
yeah,
else.
that's the
I've
burnt
seen that one
zombie.
as well. That one's also really good.
And then here's a new screamer zombie.
Immersion is ruined.
It's
That's the only problem. Someone mentions
low
deer.
poly, textured, everything there. what can I? Yeah, it's giant mouth, obviously. I don't know.
He looks like Joel's
And
brother.
then
Am I
there's
right?
any Trader Hugh model.
What's his name?
This one,
What's
we
his
all
name?
we all worked on really. Brett
Henrik or
Briley
something
did
like
the sculpting, the high resolution model. Keanu did some of the, or he did the low res model for this guy, the in-game model, and then I did the texturing and some of the beard work for this one.
I like the
So it's a
cape.
pretty
The bear
collaborative
cape.
effort
Looks
on
really
this
good.
guy. And the same goes for these next couple models. They're trader updates, but we all worked on kind of the same way. Again, Brett Briley worked on this one for the high poly. This is the new Trader Joel model. Keanu did the low, and I worked on the texture.
It's gonna
for
be
this
forever
guy.
thing now. I'm so sorry, guys. Bandits, bandits, bandits. Oh, I haven't seen that one. That looks cool.
And then this is Trader Wrecked.
Get wrecked.
Again, Brett Briley.
He was the
sculpted
angry
this
one, right?
guy. Keanu did the low, and or Brett. I think Brett did most of the low actually on this guy, and then I textured this new model for Trader Wrecked.
Yeah, it's all great and all that to look at it in
We were
here.
texturing in Substance Painter. I don't know if anybody out there.
I would like to see it in game. They should have actually
uses
given
that
us
program, but it's
in game
a lot of fun.
than concept. I would much prefer to see
This is
that.
probably everybody's favorite trader because he's so friendly.
Yeah, friendly my ass.
So
Sure.
Just a jolly person. Okay. I think that's the end of your screenshots.
Gameplay, gameplay, gameplay,
Do you want me
gameplay.
to? Is there anything else you want me to show? I mean, I think that's it.
Well, if we want to go through and show everybody, so we might be able to do some back and forth after the fact and kind of show how these things tie together. Like as I mentioned before, and some of these three of us or more worked on each one of these models, so it might be kind of neat to go jump back and forth and see what everybody else has to show.
He does look more angry, doesn't he?
Back to some of these things.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So then here, how about this? Joey, I think I'm just gonna pop up your first screenshot.
What are they showing on the next dev stream? They'll probably mention that at the end of this one.
Cool, sounds good.
So take it away.
I think it's a spider zombie. They redid the spider
It's
one.
a zombie white. So
What?
he's going to replace the feral zombie.
Oh.
Feral zombie's the one that's got like a naked guy with his guts hanging out.
Oh,
Real
okay.
scary.
I thought it was a spider one.
So
Spider one
this
looks
guy,
like that.
he's got a lot of damage. He's supposed to be a little bit more scary. Hope you guys like the changes. A
Yeah,
little closer. Yeah, there you go.
I'm not so impressed with that one.
So, yep, a lot of damage.
He looks the same.
This is the new worker zombie.
He looks the same. Doesn't he look the same?
Yeah, the older worker zombie had a lot of player pieces on, like the player helmet, and it was just kind
Oh,
of thrown
okay.
together kind of thing. So,
It's very mild
I was
changes.
able to just kind of redo it from scratch. So hopefully it looks better for you guys.
I'm battling to see a difference in most of these.
Yes, this is the mechanic. Kind of a janitor, whatever. Kind of a guy you can see in different locations. So these are sort of general population, like nothing real special about them. White might have a little more strength in them.
Yeah, that's new. I know about that. That looks good.
And this is a
Definitely looks good. Much better.
thug. He replaces the skateboarder guy, kind of hoodie guy. Getting
Yeah, that's good.
a little more detail than the old guys. Close up of them.
Yeah, he looks really good. I like the
Thank
thug.
you.
Although my question is right with that zombie, because I did see, like I haven't watched this entire thing. I haven't even heard them. I muted this thing. When I was skipping areas, I did see heads coming off zombies when you're slicing. What happens when you cut the zombie's head off? Does this? I know it's a silly thing. Does the hoodie come off with it? You know.
Yeah, I like that his face turned out.
You guys will see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this is just to show the sculpt of them, kind of part of the process. We sculpt these things and then we bake them down to a low poly, so they can run on your machine. Now this is the old spider zombie. So he's going to be a general population zombie now, but he used to be the guy that would run up walls and get to you where the other zombies couldn't.
Run up walls.
This is actually a guy that backed our Kickstarter back in 2013 named Tom Clark. So he put a lot of money in there, so he got to become one of the zombies.
Oh yeah, he was okay. He was one of the
game.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
A while back.
He talks about the zombie like he does run up walls. He doesn't run up walls. He jumps over walls. I would love for them to introduce the when they actually used to run up the walls. I don't like the fact that this one used to jump. He's going to be a general population zombie now, so he's not going to be the jumping one. They've retextured the jumping one now. I don't know if he's going to jump still or what's happening, but the jumping sucked and I don't like it. It needs to be gone.
Cool. Yeah, hopefully I did him justice. You know, get a good enough.
Is that the
likeness of him.
bandits or one of the traders?
And this is Trader Bob.
Ah, Trader Bob. Looks like a bandit
Yeah.
that they promised us one day.
Trader Bob model.
So I won't be reading your chats all too often.
Pretty
I
close
don't want to
the
interrupt
old-looking
the
Trader
talking
Bob,
here.
Like it's just more up res. But still, you know, done from scratch.
Okay, it says hello there. It says never ran up walls, but it would be cool if for them to do. They used to do that way back in the old alphas. The spider zombies used to crawl up the walls. Then they changed it to them to jumping at you. So yeah, they used to climb up walls and they removed it. But I want them to bring it back because that was much better.
I think that's all I had in there, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the new models. Like a couple years ago, we decided to.
Oh, I don't want the hornet bees
go
back.
high
They sucked.
definition on this
Doesn't make
stuff, and
sense.
I was able
In my
to
opinion.
hire the 3 guys that I really wanted. You know, feel pretty lucky about that. Really talented guys here.
Cool. I think now we are gonna show. I feel like we're blowing through these too fast. I don't want us to. Well, I guess it's probably fine. So here's what we're gonna do. Keanu, I think I can just maybe start up your images, if that's fine with you.
Yep, sounds good.
And we always see Joel in the background for half a second. It just. Right,
So, this is the high poly sculpt of the businessman zombie. I think the last alpha stream, we showed a little bit of him. He was still pretty early, but this is the final sculpt of him. Yeah, I don't remember how different he looks now. It's been a while since I actually worked on this guy. But there's the high poly sculpt done in ZBrush. And
That's the one we currently have,
So this
though.
is the textured, low poly in-game version. And yeah, I hope this guy, came out pretty good. Yeah, there's the nice close-up shot of all the gore and ripped face.
I think the face is
And
new.
his eyeballs, I kind of wanted, when you're in the dark, when he pops out, I kind of wanted to pierce, his eyes to pierce through the dark and hopefully jump scare.
He looks really good.
Thanks. Yep, and yeah, so this is the new nurse zombie. I got to do this again, high poly sculpt. It replaced the old nurse, I like to call her the Party City nurse, because she kind of had like a costume of a nurse. So this one has the typical scrubs that the nurses have.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new cities and towns as well.
Should be the textured in-game version. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that looks better than what we
And
had.
then I think for this one, compared to the other one too, we started incorporating more props. So you see her badge and I forgot what they call it, to hear the heartbeat.
Stethoscope.
Stethoscope.
I got you.
Thank you.
Remember guys, don't forget to hit the like button, helps support the channel a lot.
That's what I'm here for. Use those facts.
If you are new, subscribe as well, it helps so much.
And then, nice close-up shot. And on
The faces
badge,
look
you
really
actually see
good.
A little bit of before she turned, so it's like a little little sneak peek or a little Easter egg, I guess, whatever you want to call them.
Oh, her tag. Oh, that's cool. You can see what she looked before she turns. That's what he said.
And the lumberjack, yeah. So this guy was really fun to do because he was a pretty big character. Like, and so the old
You'll be missed, Nancy.
lumberjack, he only spawned in the snow biomes, and he kind of had this like frost tint on him. So we wanted to, make him be able to spawn anywhere, pretty much. So the next image kind of got rid of that frosty tint and just kind of made him a typical lumberjack.
It's like he's saying now, these zombies are going to spawn all over the world, not just in the snow. Which is a good idea. Definitely a good idea.
Yeah, there he is. So yeah, he was super fun, real beefy, a lot of beard. I'd say hair is not my favorite thing to work on with these characters, just because you gotta be real careful on how you place it. Technically it's a lot more to handle and deal with. And with this guy, Lumberjack 2, we probably went through a couple of hats with him. The first hat he had, I think they're called a skull cap. It's like real thin, kind of mountain man type of look. And he ended up just looking like a giant gnome that was just running at you, a dead giant gnome. So we landed on just the folded up beanie. I think it feels a lot
It's kind of
better.
terrifying, the idea of a gnome running at you like a giant.
gnome.
Should make some gnome zombies.
I tried
wolf
so many
zombies.
different hats just try to slowly move away from that, but
How's it going, John?
yeah, I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this one landed pretty well. Who knows? Maybe in the future we'll have something. I don't want to promise anything. And
Hazmat to the top.
yeah, so this is some low poly models that I did. Joe kind of touched upon, the final look of it, where we all got to do a part of it, and so these are the only ones I'm able to show. There was quite a bit that's kind of top secret, so.
Hush,
So
hush.
for now, this is what we have, and pretty much, just making sure it's in-game model. It doesn't blow up your computer if it runs.
You hear that?
And then making sure, I work with Koji on animation, make sure things don't stretch too crazy or,
A lot of
any
people
weird
are
pops.
concerned about that, guys.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Will it
of
run
them
on my
there.
PC?
right. Yeah. Especially these guys, because they have a lot of belts around the chest, a lot of bullets and stuff.
Like
And
the coat and stuff too. Yeah.
yeah, any kind of coat, capes, or just bit of a hassle to skin, I'd imagine, for Koji.
No. Some of them, yeah. A lot of them actually. Yeah.
So, new models are nice. I like to see them, but models are models. 7 Days to Die has never been a really graphical game, and I understand they're trying to update it to make it look like that. But gameplay for 7 Days to Die is more my thing than models. I mean, I've been dealing with bad models for 7 Days for so long now. It doesn't really bother me too much. You get used to it. Once you hop in the game, you play, you get used to it. And same as these ones. You're going to hop in the game, you're going to play, you're going to get used to these ones, and at some point you're going to think, oh wow, I wish we had better models. It never ends. So at some point they're going to call it, like this is it, because they've changed the models quite a few times. Like I said, end of the day, I like gameplay more than I like models. It's not that interesting to me. It doesn't bother me too much.
So yeah, these guys I think the whole team was pretty happy with how they ended up. New traders, and then the hazmat zombie up top, which Joey actually finished the texture and he came out looking pretty sweet. And Brett did the scopes on all three. So it's, some low poly stuff right there.
Cool.
And I think that's everything I put up.
Yeah, I think that's it for Keanu. So Brett, it is your turn, and I'll start with those. So everybody, we have a lot of stuff to show, so we're gonna just be kind of kicking through all this.
Yeah,
Here
we're
is
bullet.
your
New
character
models is
sheets.
1 hour sub and then it's gone. Yeah, you get used to it. That's the problem.
It's always funny seeing Joel, like, for that half second right before it pops up.
I did not grade Joel. It's I could not. Not
The new cop zombie does look cool. I like
this
that.
This is the cop, HD cop that I got a chance to work on.
He's very
just
blue,
fun. So I wanted to make him a little bit more bloated and kind of gross. The pustules on his face, I kind of went a little bit wild, like a zit, just got a little bit loose in his teenage years and kept going. And a lot of times, though, I do the character. We get concepts from Shen, who's a great concept guy, but a lot of times I like to kind of, if I start working on something, I want to kind of tell a story. So that's what I was kind of just trying to do with this guy. I also have it to where his hat is a separate element in hopes that at some point in time, we might be able to knock it off, or if Koji gets a chance to do an animation, he's flustered. Just playing off.
Cliff
a little bit.
says, "I hate the pinned comments." What pinned comments are you talking about?
The jiggle tech that kind of plays in. This guy was not the first one, but that is something that we are able to use now to add some weight to his belly or movement, which is the subtleties that I always like to go for. But yeah, he was just kind of fun. Just some of the story behind him. So this is the high poly done in ZBrush, and a lot of times I do poly paint to kind of give off of what the concept is and to kind of give an idea of what I might be doing towards texturing. So
he's very blue though. He's gonna stand out a lot.
this is the in-game version. I did the low poly and UVs and texturing. As you can see in the upper right-hand corner, a lot of times I just show the wireframe along with the final in-game asset. So pulling out all the blood, pulling out all this stuff, using the poly paint to kind of give myself a base, like a template of where I'm going to go with it, and just kind of playing with within substance to get the different PBR materials that, cloth is cloth, metal is metal, leather is so on for the shininess and everything. Now I did want to make his little pustules kind of glow, and especially if he goes into his radiated stage kind of stuff. So when he goes there, I kind of brought in some of like the glowing pustules to make it kind of sick and disgusting. And so he was kind of a fun character. And so let's see the next guy.
Wow, that looks freaking awesome. You said the pin thing, it blocks phones. Oh, I don't have anything pinned though. I would assume you're talking about the merch stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I can't do anything about that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so sorry about that.
This is the new HD zombie soldier. He was a fun one.
That was cool, but I want to be able to wear this gear that the army is using. I would much prefer to do that than actually see a zombie with that. I would love to wear this gear. It's freaking awesome.
I wanted to, again, with the story, he started out, he has this protective vest onto it, but I wanted to kind of show that the zombies, other zombies kind of ripped away the vest, got in for some of the goodness and candies of the intestines and everything, and have some stuff hanging. To again, hopefully push to where some things that Ryan's going to be showing, which is pretty awesome, to kind of push that subtleties that kind of, make the character feel a little bit more alive. Also on the face, I have a couple bullet holes, like kind of like he lost in the battle or somebody shot him to get away, and so on. So he was a fun one, and this is the final in-game asset. As
that looks good. That looks really good.
Again, trying to do the military. I changed it a little bit from more of the green to a little bit more desert to kind of have him pop off of all of our nice visuals and the environment to kind of have him pop. But again, so now you're able to see the bloody intestines and everything kind of coming down. So that was kind of fun. And I think from the high poly, I took out like a tool in his back.
That's new spider zombie, I think.
Help with it. Nope, we're fine. Okay.
Sorry.
So, Lathan's wanted me to speed up. Okay.
No, I'm not actually. You take your time. I can go back. I accidentally clicked it.
Okay, no, you can go back. I was just going to show to where from the front.
There it is.
The front belt, that's where it's ripped away. I had to make sure that the poly loops were kind of consistent for Koji to make it easier. And it's a sort of like a separate element, so that way we can do some jiggle tech to where we have some stuff kind of open up and look like it's kind of flapping along with it. This guy's helmet cannot come off because it's kind of wrapped around and told part of the story. And I actually have him rip it into the backpack as
Hello,
well,
Bagels.
just for some fun. So everything's not just in the front. You can see them from behind, and you get some interest as well. Okay, you can jump onto the spider. Sorry, I like to talk, guys.
No, that's fine. I really didn't mean to push the button, and then yeah.
This is the spider zombie. I had the task of kind of updating the HD zombie, and I wanted to make him a little bit more insectoid, not quite alien. I did go a little bit further than I wanted to in the first one. This is a second variation that was kind of, I had to pull back, but I wanted to not necessarily mutate him. I just wanted to kind of show that he's got a little bit of, you can see the spine, because again, I'm looking for silhouette when he's cowering, moving back and around, and the jaws, I don't know if you can see, as kind of like a little split down the middle.
I don't like the spider zombie.
Pretty much was watching
They're the
Blade
worst zombies
and,
ever.
the second Blade where the predator jaw
The,
and everything
animation.
else would kind of open up, and I have like a tongue that I want to pop out.
This one, it looks cool though.
Which you guys will see, because
Definitely.
again, I try to think when I'm creating these guys, I want to bring some like the story or what they might be about, or how they might animate as well. Coming from my Disney background, I always try to think of that for my characters. How would they move? What would be some of the interest? And again, as a gamer, I want to make these things as scary as hell, especially in the dark, coming at you guys. So you're welcome.
You're welcome.
And then, you know, he's got a little bit of shorts. He's kind of like the Hulk. That's why I kind of made it green, the Bruce Banner homage. So, yeah, this is the high poly of it. And then this is the low poly version. As you can see, you could probably see the split down the middle of the jaw. I also carried it up into the top of the head, just to make it. You can see some of the skull, so it's almost kind of ripping apart. And brought more of the rib cage along with the vertebrae out to kind of separate, because he's pretty much a monster suit, just a skin bag.
Yeah, same
There's
file.
not a
Like
lot
to
of
see it in
different
game.
materials that you could play off of. So that's why I brought more of the bones in there. So I have blood, I have bone, I have the skin, and then very little metal. So it kind of allows me to play with some of the materials for a visual hit, which helps in the silhouette distances as well. So you can kind of see this guy. I made his eyes white with no pupils to make it kind of like you can't reason with a sucker. He has no soul, so you're dead. So this was fun, and the little extra teeth kind of hopefully will kind of wrap in and wrap back out and kind of scream with it. So we'll see. So he was fun. Next one's fine, Lathan. This is the updated lab zombie.
Oh, I thought they removed that.
Pretty much, she's just like sort of like the nurse, but she's more the scientist that kind of created some of probably the diseases that we're dealing with. So I wanted to mess her up pretty good. I did crack into her skull to show some of the brain to kind of like make the hair kind of matted. Again, hair is kind of a pain to deal with, and kind of again telling the story. So she has a badge of what she used to look like on her front and stuff.
Did you hear what he said there? Maybe he knows something we don't know, but he said disease. I don't know if it's got to do with the story, but all right.
Originally in the concept, she had no left hand, and to me, I was trying to I screwed up her left side, like where the attacks came from. So I was thinking, instead of just having the stump and like where's her hand, come find it as like a little treat. I decided to have a separated hand that was hopefully going to be, again, part of this physics jiggle tech. So she'll be carrying her hand around barely strung on there, and so she'll just kind of like have some cool little features where it'll be dangling, and kind of, to me, makes it a little bit more sick and kind of like, because it's hanging on by a thread, as they say. So that was kind of the fun for her, but I'm always trying to push the tech of what we could do and give that little thing that gives the character. So this is the high poly ZBrush sculpted poly paint, same process and stuff over again.
As in-game. That was good.
This is the in-game version. I kind of made her skin a little bit more dead and kind of roughed her up, and pretty much just kind of like pooled blood where she was sort of dripping. Now I probably pulled a little bit too much blood into the bottom of the dress looking at this again, but I just wanted to show that she just was messed up, and I'm now looking at that little scar on the back of her butt. It looks like a heart. That was not intentional. but we do love her.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of fun. But yeah, as you can see,
Does
the
actually look like an
animal's
heart.
just kind of hanging there and dangling. So yeah, when you guys like when you create something and you come back to it, sometimes you notice things that you're not quite noticing at the point because you're just too close. This is the updated hazmat zombie. I did the high poly sculpt for it. Keanu did the low poly, and then Joey brought the texture to the final into the game. This again, I was just kind of, what's the worst place to kind of go to open up for him? Being in a hazmat suit. Well, if the mask is just totally crushed, and you're screwed. I do have some like rips and stuff, but that's where I wanted to show.
Hello,
this
Warren.
Keanu
How's
kind
it
of
going?
his own little world, but he also lost his boot for whatever reason. I have no idea where that went. But yeah, he was just kind of fun and gave it just a little bit more of the story I've been talking about. That's the high poly version.
Yeah, we've seen this.
Zombie dog. It's a Doberman, which is kind of hard to pull away from the, of course, Resident Evil Doberman. You make a zombie Doberman, you're pretty much, you're stuck in that world. Totally love it. I was trying to update the animals into the game. They just kind of were something that I like animals. Sculpted them most of my life or drawn them. So I was just trying to get a little bit more realistic dog rig and updated anatomy, which then will kind of like placate to all the other ones. And Joel H wanted me to kind of make him kind of rough, and it's a Doberman and vicious, and something like I did try making a zombie poodle, but I was outvoted, so I thought that would be kind of funny, and I'll have to maybe drop that at some point in time. But the
A zombie poodle.
French poodles to me are vicious. But
That's what he
yeah, so
said.
this guy was kind of fun to do. So I did the high poly, and then this is where Keanu did the low poly, and then Joel took it to final in-game.
Greetings from
asset and
Netherlands.
textured,
Hello, welcome.
for that. So it was kind of like a team effort on this as well. Yeah, a zombie Chihuahua would be badass as well. Those things are, or Pomeranian or whatever. One of those things would be hilarious. So I don't think you guys would appreciate that if I ever did get that in there. Okay, next one.
I still want a zombie squirrel.
I will do it. I already have it, so you just got to tell me. So this is Rec, the updated Rec Trader. This guy was fun. I kind of wanted to make him a little. I heard he's kind of a jerk. He's just
There's a lot of
misunderstood
art
people,
that
but,
I'm not
He is.
in.
Just,
I want to see gameplay stuff,
He's just someone that I thought would like a mechanic, kind of constantly chewing. So he does have some chewing tobacco in his front pocket.
Hello,
and there is,
Cream,
a
welcome.
maneuver. His cheek is kind of puffed out with a constant chew in there. And he has some dribble coming down his mouth, so he's constantly spitting on you as well. Just little subtleties that kind of, again, was just fun to put in.
Remember, guys, want to help support the channel? Hit the
with
like.
overalls
Does
and
help a
everything
lot.
else. So he was a fun one to do. I did do the low poly on this guy and UV setup, casting for Joel to do his wonderful texturing and substance and get this guy into the game. Again, I did the hair in the, which is called like fiber mesh, which is kind of like a, it gets some of the idea to it, but hair, Joel had to go into a lot of detailing that stuff to make it realistic. Hair is not fun. Post-apocalyptic characters with, who are, without hair is awesome because you don't have to deal with that tech. But yeah, so this guy was a fun one.
More here.
Trader Joel. This guy is off of Joel H. Actually, that's his hat, that's his everything. I told him give me some reference and stuff like that because I said I wanted to kind of update it a little bit to make again like a little nod towards one of our owners here and friends. So I thought it was kind of funny, but so I was like, what kind of hat do you wear? I've seen him in a hat, so that's his cowboy hat with the star and everything else, a bead, and then kind of gave him a little bit more of trying to make it towards Joel just for some fun. Now, yeah, and actually, as we were talking about, a lot of the X belts or cross belts across the chest are very difficult. But of course, he just felt like he needed to be armed, weaponized, and so he'd be carrying some shotguns. So I was gonna let Koji have that fun trying to figure that out after Keanu did.
Joel
the
needs
roll
to
call out
voice
that
his
one,
own
and yeah, Joel said as he did
character. That'll be
texturing.
cool. That'll be really cool.
So, So this one, sorry guys, some people are saying I'm not talking loud enough. This is Trader Hugh. This, winter, that kind of stuff. I was trying to make it to where he fought a bear and he won. But as you could see on his face, he didn't quite make it out totally. So again, that was just something having fun with it, that he fought some battles and then he was the victor and then decided to use that as a little coat for the winter. Again, I did the cross belt of the shotgun shells, and I did create a quick gun, but I think I'm nowhere near as talented as Young on the weapons, so I'm going to let them update that piece if he does wear that, but that was just sort of from the concept. But yeah, he was fun. I did the high poly, Keanu did the low poly again, and Joel did the final texture that you saw in the beginning. So hopefully you guys like these. We're still trying to give a little bit of life to all the HDs, and I know some people say that they just want to play the game and not really care, but to me, as a character artist, this is you want to interact with them and just have some, get to know them in some sort of way. So he was a fun one. This is a little surprise. I'm trying to get this into the game. He's done. I did the high poly. Keanu did the low poly.
It looks like a freaking chicken.
The UVs and textures for the in-game. So he's pretty much coming in. Just got to sit there and see if we have time to do it. Again,
I didn't know they'd updated this.
So I was just kind of having some fun with them. So this is something I was doing on the side just to kind of get some things going. He is, I added some more feathers to him from the high poly, just kind of add a little bit, but I wanted to show that he's been pecked by other vultures, and so it's just some of the updated.
I hope the hitbox is better.
I know that these guys are kind of a pain to a lot of people, so I just thought it would be kind of fun to update. So as we slowly get these in, we're just trying
Everyone's
to do a lot. There's a lot
yes.
of place that I can't quite tell you, but things are coming, so hopefully you guys are enjoying what we're doing as a team. So this is the high poly, same thing, and then the next one should be the low poly.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good.
Yeah, there we go. That's the low poly. I did add more feathers. I think I made him a little bit too sparse. I was just trying to say that he's a zombie. So I was trying to think of what's a good way to show, less feathers. So I just I went back and added a little bit more variation and some different things to him. So this is where, hopefully we can get this to you guys soon. If not, A20 will definitely do it afterwards, but I just wanted to give you guys a little update of that stuff.
So are we moving on to the jibble stuff?
Yeah, I'm ready if you want to show that real quickly.
Yeah.
And then we go over to Ryan.
Joel, I need to give you a warning every time I do this because it shows your face for half a second. So, okay, go ahead.
No worries with it. This is Marlene. I did her a while ago, but this is the beginning. This is some of how the jiggle tech came into it. It at the beginning we didn't really have that, even though everybody kind of wanted it. It was kind of difficult to do. So I was trying to think of a way to just not make it too obvious of what I was wanting, because a lot of times you just kind of, if you push too hard, then it will never come. So I was just doing the eyeball. That's why I did the eyeball popped out. In the concept, she didn't have an eyeball hanging.
Frisco, thank you for the subscribe.
Because I wanted to make it look gross and kind of odd, because once she got into motion, not having that eyeball move would drive people crazy and kind of go, something's wrong, something's odd, why, what, and then that started the conversation. And so that is how I kind of slowly snuck in jiggle tech to be kind of brought into the game. And then of course that was going to be able to use, once you have jiggle tech for an eyeball, well then you got it for
everything else.
The other stuff.
Nathan's trying to keep me on check, guys. I'm trying to use these words. It's hard. But the fat, everything else. So all that stuff could be brought in, which is something that Ryan's going to be showing you. So I'm kind of making this a segue into what he's going to be showcasing, because he's been working with me on a lot of this stuff, and of course taking it. I'm pretty much just creating the toys for him. So the next one is just the Marlene. So as you can see, I actually, in the texturing and the low poly, I even made it more crusty and more obvious that it was stuck. Just to kind of really push it. So that was something I was just doing initially, trying to feel out. So that was about almost 2 years ago I did this kind of stuff. So
wow, 2 years ago.
But that was something I was, as a gamer, again, I like to have things moving. So then another thing I really like is gibs, things that blow up and things that just make it gore. And of course, we're in a zombie game. So this is, again, something that I was kind of, it bothered me that we were just not having all these updated gibs. So this is something that Ryan and I did kind of on the side to kind of push. So you will see that. So I created like a little toy things. I gave him a brain, neck. The bottom of the neck is also going to be used for arms. We're trying to think of different ways that he can utilize for his stuff to kind of push a couple eyeballs, you know, and of course I want the brain bouncing. This was just a step. I'm going to be going back and adding a different, and making the gib sheet updated with skulls, bones, pieces, everything else, just so he can just take and do whatever he wants with it on the tech stuff. So that's kind of some of the things that we were doing to kind of
It's really
update
cool,
and,
so
have some fun.
things gonna go flying hopefully at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, flying fingers, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, if you guys want to sit there and just barrage Lathan and we're down the
You just
line,
replied to
ideas,
me.
you guys think of some cool stuff.
You guys,
know,
yeah.
within reason, you know, go ahead. It's always the ideas can come from anybody and everybody, and you guys play games, so it's always neat to kind of sit there and you don't really think about it, and it can be as obvious as hell, but until somebody says it, you're like, ah. So this is part of the fun, and especially working with the community, the feedback is pretty nice to have ideas come and helps, because you know, sometimes I'm in the creating crap and I'm not really thinking, to be quite honest. So
Okay. Well, I think that's the end of all of your stuff. Thank you, Brett, for you know, walking us through all that. I'm going to actually now, you're going to see my face again, everybody, because Rainer's going to show some stuff, but I realized every time I clicked on these, I'm opening up more and more windows over here. So there's like 10 different photo viewers open. And I just want to clean it up for a second.
His voice
And
is
I'm
not
out of sync for some
synced
reason. Wow, that's
with the sound. Oh my gosh, it drives me
Hold
crazy.
on just a second. I'm going to do one more thing as well.
I hate that.
Oh, I disappeared. I'm back. I'm back, everybody. I hope you're not scared.
Okay, now it's fixed.
It's okay. Everything's fine. So yeah, Ryan. So you have these videos. I'm gonna go ahead and let me just check one thing just to make sure it's gonna pop up just fine. And then where is the button to do the full screen? That's all I want in life is just a full screen button. Is that it? Toggle. Yep, that's it. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now Ryan, say hello, and then I will get this on the screen, and then you can start talking about it. So take it away.
Okay.
Yes, some gameplay. Oh, I like how the
Okay. And if anyone else worked
The
on any
card
of these,
shakes as
feel
well,
free to
that's
chime in as well.
freaking
This is
cool.
the one Brett was talking about. I wish the resolution was higher, but you can see the hand he was referring to, as well as a large open wound. The open wound wasn't planned, but it was one of those things where
and
you
the
look at
hand.
it long enough and
The
you kind of
hand.
realize maybe it should do something. The final version is a little bit toned down.
It's like it's broken.
Okay, do you want me to move? Just let me know whenever you want me to move on to the next video.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can go ahead and go. Brett kind of covered that one anyway.
That's really good. No, that looks freaking awesome. That doesn't even look like
Wait.
7 days.
Hold on, everybody. Yeah, it's not gonna work that way. Here, give me just a sec. Hey, everybody, I'm back. Oh, because we wanted to loop everybody, but whenever I start the video, then it kind of adds them together. So then it plays one, and then it plays the other, then goes back. And so I'm gonna have to like close it every time, and then reopen it to make sure it just loops that one file. So I apologize, everybody. You're gonna have to see my mug over and over again as we do this. So there it is. Go
No,
ahead,
that looks
Rainer.
freaking good.
Oh, so this is The Soldier by Brett, but it's purely a motion test.
No.
In game, it would be moving based on the movement that the zombie does, like if it runs or falls down.
Is it gonna look like
this
this?
is
That's
just
all I
sort
want
of
to
like
know.
a demo for you guys, just to show like what parts are movable. It's not
Don't
always
think
easy
so.
to see when a zombie's trying to kill you. In this case, I
Looks
ended
really
up
good.
having to rig this whole thing just because of the complexity of it. not only does he have the moving parts for the guts, but he's also wearing clothing that you wouldn't expect to move too much either, like the body armor. And yeah, unless Brett has any input, I'm free to move.
No, I mean, it's actually looking good. Ryan brought up a good point. I forgot the blood on the inside of the stuff. I mean, it's like once you kind of peel it out, I just need to add that. So just make it a little bit more realistic of that kind of split open and stuff. But yeah, you did a great job on it.
I'm ready for the next one whenever you are.
We can't hear him now. Yeah, so I don't think that was actually in game. That was more like a demo test in the engine they build the game on, which is kind of concerning.
Lathan, you're muted. You're muted, Lathan.
Ah, okay. Thank you. Does that mean whenever I was coughing, y'all were hearing that like I had it flipped? I was like in y'all's ears? And I hope not. This is pro streamer, everybody. That's what I do here. You're welcome. Okay.
Chris says, "Reach, give them some pro streamer tips." There's no such thing.
You can see this.
There's no such thing. It looks good, but is it really in game? That's what I don't think it's in game.
Okay,
The ground is not even the same
This is a similar
texture.
idea, only this one is blending in a custom animation I did as well. Just kind of signal that there's something different about the zombie. Plus, you can't really, similar to the eyeball
looks
I
nice,
was
though.
talking about, you can't really look at bubbles like that and then not be bugged that they're not doing anything. So this originally wasn't planned, but then I kind of just tried to see if I could make it work.
Okay. So let me guess. Next one.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Let me see if this just works. Oh, yummy.
This one is purely a design concept. It's not like the in-game model. Like this was when me and Brett were still trying to pitch the idea of
In-game
new
concept.
Dismemberment.
Well, it's a concept, not in game.
So in this particular case, the front of the face coming off wouldn't work if, like, say your teammate hit them in the back of the head. So a final in-game one we figure has to be more general. But basically this was like the jumping off point for a new Dismemberment feature that we're going to do.
Yeah, this was where like we're just trying to make something pretty damn cool. I didn't even know what Ryan was planning to do. This is where I gave them brains and a couple other things, but having that come out, that was just that. It's sort of like a sell. A lot of times you have to sell things that you have in your mind, and of course push, and then you try to figure out tech, which is Ryan's definitely more tech. I just, like I said, I'm not very tech at all, but then we try to figure out parts, what we could do with an engine, everything else. It's you have to work with a lot of parts of the team, so this was just kind of fun. But yeah, as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, shit, we got it. Excuse me, we got it. But it was pretty cool.
It's okay. You can just, yeah. Here's the next one.
This is a pre-recorded example of like testing it out on the same zombie, but an actual in-game one. Like the goal is we want zombies to have more unique stumps on them. Previously,
guys,
you chop at a
Back,
zombie.
back. That is a new texture. Am I not? That is a new texture on the ground. Do you guys see that? I don't know if that's going to be part of the game, but textures are something that I've wanted for such a long time. That looks new to me, and that looks like it's in game. That looks nice. I like that. If you guys noticed that, the zombie this looks the same to me, but the texture in the back looks nice.
And their limb would just disappear into space, and the stump that was there just kind of looked like someone put hamburger to kind of close a wound. These are all still works in progress, though, so like there's a little bit of glitchiness you can see when the head hits the ground, but these are things that we're working on. So eventually you should see like
so much better
in the game throughout the Alpha 20 cycles start to have these introduced. When Alpha 20 first hits, you might see it on a few zombies, and then as the updates come, we'll go ahead.
So the problem with this now is that they used to have this dismemberment thing of the arms. You would take the arms off, but the zombie could still hit you when it had no arms. I hope that's not a thing in this either, because that sucks. It's not nice when you're getting hit by a zombie with no arms.
And add them to everything. And we are aware that some people like aren't super into detailed gore, so we have kicked around the idea of having an option to turn it off. Like if you're just squeamish with that kind of thing.
Yeah, RJ doesn't like gore.
Okay. Well, I think that's the end of your videos. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or should we move on to Koji?
I think I'm pretty much good there.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, that intro video, the commercial you saw at the beginning, Rainer's the one who made that. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I set Alpha 20 back a week when I did that, so my bad, guys.
Yeah. It's so whenever it takes a week longer, yeah, that's Rainer. So I will put his email address for you to send him hate mail. Don't worry.
Send him hate
It'll
mail.
be at the end of the stream. We'll have it up there. So home address, all that stuff. Anyway, so here, let's go ahead now. I'm gonna click back over. Hey everybody, let me get this off the screen. So we are actually showing a video next for Koji. There is a problem with the videos. For some reason, there's like a big just gap in them that I'm gonna have to fast forward to where it actually happens. But Koji can explain what's going on.
Do my best.
He's like, I think I can. I mean, I hope so. I mean, we can just make stuff up. I mean, if you can't think of
go with the
anything,
flow,
just whatever. Okay, so here I'm gonna play this. We're gonna see how it goes. Okay, so.
All right.
Well, hold on, calm down. I gotta get to here, and I'm gonna click through. It's so dark, everybody. Find you a buddy if it's too dark for you.
That is so weird why it has this problem with VLC. There's no video yet. Oh, there you go.
Oh, too far. There we go, got it. Go ahead.
Alrighty, so what I do is I do a lot of skinning. So I take a bunch of, I guess a hierarchy of joints, the skeleton, and right here you can see how when you parent the mesh, this is Brett's cop to the skeleton, you can't just instantly move it, but now right there you can kind of see it, his little leg moving perfectly fine after that. It's just some tinkering with painting of weights, as you can see how everything's stretching when you're moving him. And yeah, so this is kind of what I've been doing for a while now. It's pretty fun, pretty tedious. Been doing that for a lot of the zombies and characters and stuff, the ones that were displayed just now. And
there we go, got it. Go ahead and talk about it. There's
so
like
good.
a sweet spot where I have to find it.
I think this is a good spot to segue into the dog rig, actually, zombie dog rig, where this is Brett's dog, and it has to animate, and so we could either do that with mocap, or we can just actually just animate, skin and rig a dog and animate it by hand. And so this is me messing with the dog rig, and this one I made. It's got a lot of features. You can mess with the the legs and the jaw and the ears, and yeah, it's still pretty rough though. It's not it's functionable. It'll work. Yeah. But I think
I don't know. They should have showed this type of stuff. Not everyone is interested.
They
Oh,
got some
Trying to get it
animations,
to-
I believe.
I saw
There
that.
you
That's they're gonna run like that.
There we go. All right, now it's live, kind of. All right. That's kind of like a test run cycle for it, and
Oh my!
it's got a little flappy jaw right there, because it's a zombie dog. Oh, it just got. I think it just got shot. Okay, yeah, it's dead.
That's
its,
okay.
death
It's
loop,
Oh,
Yeah, I always like to, have them like jump and stuff. After it's sleeping, so there we go. Yeah,
Wow,
that's
it's
just,
actually got like a
sleeping
full-
animation. Looks like a dog sleeping. Oh, it just woke up. There you go. It's a dog waking up.
Huh.
Very exciting. Okay.
that's pretty cool.
okay. Let's see if I can find the next one.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
This is like a treasure hunt here.
I know. It's like I don't know. Something happened with the exporting of the videos where it just.
It's okay.
I
It's in
don't
there
know.
somewhere. We'll find it. We will find it. It just.
Oh man.
There you go.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
bearing with me. And this is the spider zombie, and
Jeez.
Brett wanted the jaws to open up, so this.
That is
the
beyond
opening of the
zombie, don't
jaws
you
and
think?
The tongue and the teeth moving.
That's
around,
definitely like
so
Alien, like the Predator,
I
like
call
you
it,
guys mentioned
more
earlier.
Like that Predator kind of look,
Yeah, you just mentioned it.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. The tongue moves. It's got quite a bunch of additional joints for sure. So yeah, making this was pretty tricky for me, but it was a lot of fun. Really good learning experience.
Everybody, if you
And,
need to see that again, here I'll click it back on. I
Yeah.
know a lot of you are not terrified enough, so there you go. You're welcome.
That's cool. Yeah, it's just more of like a little tech kind of thing, a little tech test, I guess you call it, where it's kind of moving around and a little tongue thing,
I can imagine myself spawning
Really cool character.
spawning these things behind a Patreon on the server.
I'm gonna release this clip as a bedtime story for those of you who need it.
Thanks.
Just okay. Let's go to the next one.
I think it was might be a test animation. I think I did with it. Let's see if this is it.
Let's see. Come on.
I'm so sorry, everybody,
Nope.
about this.
That's
That you guys have
fine.
to deal with all this.
That's a screamer, I think.
I should have did my homework better. Oh, there we go. That's the tongue jaw thing with the screamer zombie. It's a little bit exaggerated, just so I can kind of show what she can do with that jaw or tongue, I guess. Yeah. Sounded strange. Anyways, yeah. That's
It's fine. It's fine. It happens.
that's what's going on.
Just want to let you guys know, I am not the official Fun Pimp, so if you said you guys are awesome, thanks for the game. Gotta thank them, not me. Sorry, I don't know if I've given that impression. I'm just a fan of the game, watching the stream of the game I enjoy.
That's if y'all see, we're there.
Remember guys, if you're just joining in, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps the channel a lot. And subscribe. It's always nice to get new subscribers. We are currently 300 subscribers away from reaching 20,000 subscribers, which is pretty good.
Okay. And here's the
And there's
last
two
one.
more.
Let me see if I can find that sweet spot. Let's,
Should be one more animation. Yeah, I think.
It
Oh,
looks
there it
very...
is, yeah.
You know what it looks
Little
like,
test
guys?
animation.
It looks very cartoony. Even the dog, when the dog was running, it reminded me of something from Disney, It's very cartoony. I don't know if it's to be like that in game, but this reminds me of like World of Warcraft, for instance. It's very cartoony. If you guys noticed that, but I did.
Rawr, it kind of screams.
So
There's some creepy zombie stuff, waving his arms around, I guess.
or MMO like
Yeah,
type of thing,
That's just kind of like a test animation, just to.
It's probably just the
that's what
test.
the sound's gonna be. Is roar.
Probably just the test.
Very spider-like sounds, That's what was going through my head making that animation, or Baldo from Soul Calibur, But
Okay.
This is
So,
strange.
I think that's the end of our presentation, everybody. I think we're now kind of close to the point. Let me get it where you can see at least me.
No?
I think we're at the point where we will probably maybe start taking some questions. I hope everybody kind of enjoyed all the stuff we showed. There was a lot, I know. But here, let me see if I can get.
It wasn't
the guys
actually
back
that
on the
much.
screen.
Tonight was very slow. There wasn't that much. They were just showing stuff that we've already
Just
seen,
have
like
to
those images in
try
the
a little
beginning.
harder. Come on. For some reason, Angel, it only oh, there we go. I got it. I was about to say it only wants to show you. It doesn't want to show anybody else. It was like, nope. Let's just show Joel.
So now they're doing questions.
No, I don't
There's a
agree
lot
with
of
that.
questions.
I would like everybody to be there. And Joel, we can't hear you if you're saying stuff.
Oh no, I'm just putting my arms up.
Oh, okay. Well, now they can. Oh crap. Hey, all those names up there, they're not here. So forget those names you saw up top, because those aren't the people here. These are other people. Oh man, I knew I forgot something, everybody. So yeah, I mean, at this point, if you could try to keep the questions related to something that they work on. Please don't ask questions about weapons or you know, just anything outside of characters or zombies.
Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it at this. I am not really interested in the Q&A. There wasn't really much shown that I really was interested in tonight. I do like the new Dismemberment, and I like this. I don't know if this is actually going to be how it's going to look in the game. If it does, then that's freaking awesome. Definitely a nice improvement. I like the fact that the heads and stuff come off now when you smash them in the face and the legs and stuff. That's going to be really cool. I just hope it's not going to be buggy. Sometimes it can be buggy. But yeah, guys, if you want to go and listen to the Q&A that they're going to be doing, what they've already done it now, then you should definitely go check that out. There will be a link down below. This one is a little bit disappointing. I'm not interested in watching or looking at pictures. It's not interested. Maybe it interested you, which is nice. But hopefully next week's one will be better. I don't know what they're talking about next week. Does anybody know? It was okay. I was disappointed that it ended already. Yeah, it ended really early. It ended like right over there. Usually it's much longer than that. Yeah, and I think that they need to not give us concept stuff. For instance, it was nice seeing the dog move and everything, but it doesn't show you the true version of the game. I don't think they should show concept stuff. I know they're trying to hype up the game, but it's just concept. It doesn't interest me, at least. Well, guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to go and subscribe. I don't know when the early access weekend comes to this game, but I do have early access, I believe so. I don't know if they're still doing that. They haven't mentioned anything. But there will be a weekend where all the streamers with over 5,000 subscribers will be taking place on that weekend to play Alpha 20 early. I don't know if it's still there, if they cancelled it, but that should be a thing. I don't know when it is, so don't ask me. But I will be in that if they do it. So be sure to subscribe for that and hit the like button, guys. It helps the channel a lot. And I'll chat to you guys on Discord and check you guys on the videos. And I'll see you guys next week for the next Alpha 20 reaction video. Bye-bye, everybody. Let me just read this. I think they want to leave a lot out as a surprise. I totally understand that, yes, for sure. It needed to be in-game play, yep, environment stuff, etc. I would like to see environment stuff for sure. There was a comment, live smart or die stupid. I have no idea what that means. I'm sure to say hello. This is the new sneak peek, basically. Bye all, and I'll watch it back. Alright, bye-bye, everybody. I'll check you in the next one. Bye-bye.